I go in and there's never really a day that I don't have pain.
Push out. Stay in it. Come on, chin up. Let's go.
And it's frustrating because, you know, you want to make it perfect. You want to do it so bad, but sometimes your body just, you know, can't take it.
How much does a dream cost? For Amanda Borden, the price is measured in anguish and pain.
So proud of you for hanging in there. One more to go, sweetheart. We got it. One more. We can do it.
Take me here, take me there. Pick me up at such and such a time. I guess that's what parents are supposed to do, is just do it. Be glad when everything is over with.
My parents have been pretty supportive, but they haven't really been getting that much involved, and I like that about my sport, and is that it's just me and my coaches getting through this and not any other distractions.
Sometimes the price can be more than physical, more than emotion. For Dominique Dawes, the dream has tested the strength of her own family.
You know, the ability's there, but just when it comes down to it, a lot of times I don't put it all together. Hopefully one day I'll get it straight.
Getting it straight, getting it right, getting it perfect. Maybe no one has worked harder than Kerri Strug, but she's always found herself training in the shadow of someone stronger, someone better. Not once, but twice. What of Kerri Strug's dream?
I may not go out and win every event. I may not win every competition that I'm in, but at least I've been feeling difficulty and doing this right here and making all-around finals and all 4 events.
But sometimes the dream really does come true. Shannon Miller is the most successful gymnast in U.S. history, yet she's never won a national championship. Last year, elbow surgery put her title hopes on hold. Now, what do you think her dream is? Tonight, the greatest female gymnasts in America look to fulfill the dream. They compete for the right to call themselves the best all-around gymnast in America. One of the most scenic sights of the West, Salt Lake City, Utah, and it is inside the state-of-the-art Delta Center where the elite gymnasts of America have gathered for the 1993 U.S. Gymnastics Championships. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Hicks, and welcome to the Women's Optionals. Tonight, we will crown the Women's All-Around Champion, and coming up tomorrow on NBC Sports, we will have the individual event finals for you as well. Now, the 1996 Summer Olympic Games in Atlanta are 3 years down the road. But there is a possibility that we will be seeing some of the same faces there that we see here tonight. Now, the staying power of an Olympic athlete is always questioned, and never more so than at the very tender age that these gymnasts are competing at. And we welcome our expert analyst, Tim Dackett. What about the staying power of the world champion Shannon Miller, coming off the great performance in Barcelona? She has won every event she has entered, but she is still chasing the national title.
Well, that's right, Dan. You know, basically, Shannon Miller has kind of gone backwards when you look at traditional gymnastics. Usually you win the national championships, and then you go to the Worlds and hopefully pick up a title and then maybe an Olympic medal. Well, she is chasing this national title, and I met with her just the other day, and she said she wants this one, and she wants it bad.
Well, there's no question she has all the momentum, but have her closest pursuer has been able to keep up with her?
Well, you know, in reality, I do not think that Shannon Miller can be beat in this competition. She has to make a mistake for somebody else to capitalize.
All right, well, the competition is split up into 2 nights. 30% of the scores come from the compulsories. 70% come from the optionals, and coming into tonight's optionals, the lead is Shannon Miller over her teammate Kerri Strug, but injuries always a factor in this sport of gymnastics, and with more on the physical condition of tonight's favorite, let's go down to the floor and join Hannah Storm.
Well, Dan, if you recall, last year Shannon Miller had to leave in the middle of this competition because she wasn't fully recovered from elbow surgery, and this year year she has a different kind of injury to deal with here at the Nationals. She's been suffering from a lower back sprain since January, and her trainer Mark Cranston told me today that her condition is much better than it was a few weeks ago at the Olympic Festival, but she still has quite a bit of treatment to undergo. Soft tissue mobilization, massage, anti-inflammatory medication, and listen to her schedule today. She began treatment at 7:30 this morning. She had more at 1:30, again at 4:30, and she'll be treated for the back again after competition tonight. Shannon did admit to me that she is competing in pain here at the Nationals, but she's going to try to gut it out through the weekend because she knows that next week she's on vacation and she can rest that back. Dan?
All right, Hannah, thank you. Sore back and all. They are all chasing Shannon Miller tonight, including her teammate Carrie Strug, and both Carrie Strug and Shannon Miller coached by Steve Nuno. And Amanda Borden, she burst onto the national scene last year. It was her very first competition at the national level. She is looking to move up this year, and so is Dominique Dawes, who enjoyed an extremely successful World Championships earlier this year. But this is the first of 4 apparatus tonight, and the first to the bars is Carrie Strug.
Swing it, Carrie, let's go.
Confidence is the key factor for this young lady. You'll hear Coach Nuno through the entire competition, building her up. The trickiest part of any bar routine are the complicated release moves. Here's one. Right on. Perfect form. Extended, tight legs. It's a great exercise so far. Gymnastics hasn't changed. You got to do the big dismount and stick it. Oh, just a small hop on the landing. But a great start.
All right. Good job. All right. Nice bar routine.
Carrie Strug was the U.S. Olympic Festival champion in this event and seems to be on top of her game again tonight.
This is her dismount here, a full twisting double somersault. The only very visible flaw in the exercise right here. Look, she'll slide her feet back, and that's going to cost her about a 10th of a point.
And there is the score for Carrie Strug at 9.85. Not a bad score at all to begin the evening. And now Dominique Dawes prepares for her bar routine.
Once again, Dominique needs to get off to a very strong start. Through some of the warm-up today, she was actually in the auxiliary gym, maybe not wanting to see the competitors, focus on her own gymnastics.
The music you hear in the background is from the floor exercise, as there are 4 events happening simultaneously right now.
Same one we saw from Carrie Strug, full twisting double, and a pretty good landing.
Don't you ever doubt yourself. You are too good to doubt yourself. Good.
Encouraging words from her coach, Kelly Hill. Dominique has been training with her since she was 6 years old.
And here's her dismount, the same one, as I said, we saw from Carrie Strug, full twisting double, just a little bit of ragged in the form area. As you can see, the knees coming apart, but a pretty good landing.
This is a gymnast on the rise. 4th in the all-around at the recent World Championships. This after finishing 26th all-around in Barcelona. And there's the score for Dominique Dawes, a 9.825. Excellent score for Dominique as Shannon Miller prepares.
You know, just moments ago, we saw Shannon go through a perfect bar routine in the one-touch warm-up. You can watch her all day long, and you see no form deductions. It's remarkable. Now watch this. 2 releases in a row, full over the top, right into a back with a half twist catch. Now, she's had some problems with her dismount lately. It's a double laid-out somersault. Oh, she lets go early. Small hop on the landing, but a great recovery.
All right. Nice job. All right. Super. Just a little hair of a hop on that dismount, you know? Good job.
Coach Nuno pointing out the little hop on the landing. Actually, it's a technical error, and we'll see why right here. She just lets go of the bar a little too soon, kind of pings off the bar. Doesn't have quite enough rotation to pull that around and has to take that small hop forward.
Shannon Miller, the second U.S. gymnast to win the Worlds. Of course, the other was Kim Zmeskal. And there is the score for Shannon Miller on the uneven bars at 9.9. Excellent start for the world champion trying to win her first national title. And now Amanda Borden, not just a top 10 gymnast, looking to move into the top 5 and stay there.
Her coach, Mary Lee Tracy, told me earlier that it is such a different mindset trying to be in the top 5 as opposed to just another athlete out on the floor. See how she handles the pressure. Her second release skill coming here. Right on. Very uncharacteristic dismount. She'll flip twice forwards. Oh, a little too long. She holds on too long. Touches out with both hands, and that is a 5/10 deduction.
And that will drop her in the competition. You see Mary Lee Tracy there, and on the left is Kevin Brown. All we saw was Mary Lee Tracy last year. This is a new coaching situation for Amanda this year.
Kevin Brown moving up to Cincinnati. Formerly coached great gymnast Brandy Johnson. Now here is the problem. Double front somersault, very difficult dismount. She just holds onto her tuck a little bit too long, too much rotation. Hands and actually knees go down also. That's a huge deduction.
So Amanda Borden was in third place, but with that 9.125 score, that will drop her into fourth place. But plenty of gymnastics to come here from Salt Lake City.
The U.S. Gymnastics Championships, presented by
Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. The U.S. Gymnastics Championships continue, and perhaps some future champion gymnasts watching in the crowd. There is the world champion Shannon Miller, and the lead continues to grow for Shannon Miller.
And this lead already a very large one by gymnastics standards. Shannon Miller way out in front, and as we said before, it's going to take a mistake by her to open the door for somebody else.
So here's Carrie Strug, currently in second place, needs a very strong beam routine to put some pressure on Shannon Miller. Well, Carrie Strug used to train with Bella Caroli, but switched to Steve Nuno when Bella retired. And Carrie's parents did have some mixed feelings about joining up with Nuno. Maybe she wouldn't get the full training attention because of Shannon Miller there.
Well, she, of course, well accustomed to being in the shadows, training alongside world champion Kim Zmeskal at Bella Caroli's. This event nerve-wracking. The beam is only 4 inches wide. Carrie Strug in the past has challenged Zmeskal, almost taken the title. Right here, her first major tumbling pass. This is critical. Layout, layout. Oh, she's off. That, of course, a 5/10 deduction when you fall off the apparatus. That is certainly going to take her right out of second place and basically dash her hopes of an all-around title here at the National Championships. So hard to get back on track after a major mistake like that. Her dismount, it's a double back somersault. Oh, a few hops there. Maybe just a lapse in concentration. And as we said, 5/10 for falling off the apparatus. That is going to hurt a lot.
So Carrie Strug will fall from second place. And after finishing second to Kim Zmeskal in last year's U.S. Gymnastics Championship, hopes of a title this year fallen by the wayside right here at the balance beam.
Now let's see if we can tell what goes wrong. Shoulders and hips should remain totally straight over the beam, a little bit off to the left-hand side there, and she just cannot get it back on track. She almost jumps back up there so quickly as to maybe fool herself that she didn't actually fall off.
No, you know, you can't hang your head. This is no time.
And not a good score at all.
Move up. You're going to have to pick up points there. You're going to have to really have performance.
Steve Nuno reminding Carrie Strug that the competition is not over.
This routine. You know, you're getting a little too involved. Just do what you do in practice every day, okay? I want a powerful landings on every tumbling pass.
She said it herself earlier. She has the ability. She just has to perform.
Dawes with a chance to move into second place. She began the night in 4th place, moved into 3rd, and now with a chance to move up even further.